Alright, these are my week 2 top stacks. Get a little Burrow, Chase, Higgins. I think this is going to be kind of popular. Depending on how ownership goes at the end of the week, might change it up there. But I think this is a good route. If you want to include him, I would pick 2 of these 3. Trevor, I'm probably not going to pair him with ETN. He doesn't get work like that. BTJ, Travis Hunter. If you want a dart throw, if you think De'Ami Brown might get behind the defense there, or Brenton Strange, 2 of these 4 are the guys I'll be playing. Buffalo, Jets. I'll also get to both of these QBs, even though I'm not a huge Fields fan. He's still fantasy-wise like viable. Probably not pairing Josh Allen and James Cook. He's not really in the passing game. 13. What is he injured? Hamstring. Oh God. Who does that leave then? Ray Davis. Hmm. Which means it leaves Josh Allen, is what that means. Shakir. I like Shakir against Jets. Just kind of over the last couple years, I know this new head coach is a little different schematically wise, but you would always kind of attack the Jets over the middle of the field because you kind of wanted to stay away from Gardner as much as you could. So I still think that applies because Gardner's out there. So I'll probably do something like Shakir. Coleman will probably still get the targets, at least 10. I just don't know if I'll get to that. I think he's a good play though if you want to. And then tight end Kincaid. I like this route. A run back for that. I'll just stack who I like. Same thing. Fields, he won the tournament by himself last week. That's so annoying. So I never play a QB by themselves. But with him, I think Garrett Wilson did he almost got 10. So he's around there. He's going to get some work this week. I expect them to be playing from behind. Um, Buffalo 6.5-point favorites. I think he's going to have to throw it. So there. Wide receiver wise, I think that's it. I would probably just single stack Fields. Josh Allen's also somebody you can single stack if you want to go here, or if you think Coleman's a guy this week, I would go there. Um, if you think maybe just Kincaid, because he is good value, 3,700 is really good for tight end. I'm good with that. Cleveland, I know they just gave up a ton, but it was to Josh Allen. Flacco looked miserable back there. 31-45. He did throw 290. That's crazy. Mm, I just don't know. I know it's another division game right off the bat. I just don't know if I'll get to him. Mm, maybe not. I like Lamar a lot. uh, almost 30 points off, and he only attempted 19 passes. It says rushing, his 70 yards rushing. He can do that every week if he wanted to. With him, I have single stacked him before and won tournaments, but um, I think a week like this, Cleveland's secondary is okay. They did just do pretty good up against Burrow and company, so I'll probably just single stack. I did not know Zay Flowers had 31. It's kind of crazy. And that was against the Bills. Man, that makes me like Garrett Wilson that much more. With him though, probably just here. I know Mark Andrews. Everybody's mad. He's just too expensive. 4,700 Mark Andrews. I probably won't get there. Giants not playing. Dallas, I like Dak a lot. Dak, Lamb, Ferguson, I think is the route that you take here. I do think Williams has a really good chance of being in the winning lineup. Where'd it go? Dallas, 5.5 point favorites at home. I do like Williams. I won't be playing them together more than likely, but um, if you just wanted that mix in, totally good with that. But I do like this stack a lot. I'll probably try and bump that up as much as I can. Chicago, this game is in a dome. Detroit looked a little rough to start off. Caleb Williams started off really hot in that game the other night, and then just kind of faded away. Let's see where this game's sitting at. 46.5. That's a decent total. We've seen multiple shootouts in the Lions Stadium, and we've seen a lot of people win money out of there. So, I'm gonna play it as long as Detroit has a pulse. Moore, Loveland, I don't think he got very many targets yet. He only had 2. I thought they'd give him at least 5. They might here. I don't know. I don't know what they'll do. But because of his rushing upside, where were we at? He had 24 and he played like crap, so it is this 58 and he had a rushing touchdown. Flip side of that, Goff. I think the Packers are a decent team. Probably defensively they're good with Parsons. It's so early and hard to tell who's good and who's not, but just the eye test. I mean, 31 of 39. Goff historically, if you look at his splits home and away, he's always been. They average like way less points away. Now that they don't have Ben Johnson, maybe this is that week where he goes crazy at home. Could be. I don't mind Gibbs here. It's 10 receptions. That is crazy. They were down though, so I could see probably more like 5 with him. But I don't mind that. So definitely a way to get different. I don't think Montgomery. He only had 11. That's just not. That's not gonna get anything for him. The Bears' running defense is horrific as well. Um, they are one of those teams that I will play running backs against. So I really kind of like Gibbs. I think he's in a good spot. But quarterback wise, Goff, Amon-Ra, man, these are hard clicks after seeing what they did. This guy was like the preseason hero. He only got 1 target. I just don't know. Yeah, I would do this. This is just Goff's just one of those QBs that has like no rushing upside. Yeah, literally 1 attempt, negative yards. He's just not somebody that's gonna get you. So I would definitely double stack somebody like him. And then tight end Porta, he was definitely viable here. I did not have much. He's just so expensive, 5 grand. He's got to score 1, maybe 2. He needs 1 with this, and then he becomes in play. But uh, I would be comfortable 2 out of the 3 here, stack 2 with Goff for sure. New England, I have a lot of interest in Drake May, Diggs, Boutte, and Henry. That's about it. Douglas, I did turn that game on. He had 7 targets. I mean, you can definitely put him in play too. I would definitely go 2 of the 3. May does have some rushing upside. He only had 11 yards here, but he can get you 50 yards on the ground. So if you just wanted to single stack, if you were to single stack, I'd probably just do something like that. Because this guy's just he's always getting somewhere around there every game. It's cheap. 5,800 left over there. I think that's a good route. Miami, I'm not going to get to this. I think the Patriots defense is okay. I think Geno's just a decent quarterback and has a decent coach. I don't know how well they'll do, but I just really have no interest in. They just have not looked good. Preseason, first game, they've looked terrible. I won't get to it, but that's the route I would do. I think Darren Waller might be coming back. Wasn't spotted at Wednesday's practice. Probably not coming back. So it's these two. I do, out of this game, have a lot of interest in this guy right here. He just always gets work. It'll be more rush attempts. Tua just threw the ball. He threw interceptions, like I think at the beginning of drives, to where they just really never had the ball. It's 4 targets here. I mean, this guy's gonna get so much work this week. I really like A-Chain in this spot. San Fran. Purdy's not gonna play. Uh, Mac Jones, I know we don't have last year's. He did have a couple games of like 20 points. Nobody's going to play this guy. Um, if you want to go that route, it's probably not something I'm going to try and do. And if I do, it might be a couple lineups, and I'll have 400 something lineups going. I mean, I'm not making bank around this. He is only 4K, so that really makes his stack super cheap. If you do, McCaffrey's definitely one of those guys. He had 9 receptions. They just get so many screen games to him and dump offs. Man, 7,500 again. he might just be optimal again in this game. That is crazy. What was that? 56. Man, that's tough. Mm. You could just go McCaffrey, Pearsall. He's gonna get a lot of. He'll get probably more targets with Mac this week. Next, I'm not stacking them. I'm probably gonna lower Kamara as much as I can. They just don't get close to the end zone enough. This guy needs way more work. He needs 20 touches. And I don't know. I just really have no interest. He's not like, that's, that's a really low price tag for somebody like him, but I mean, I just don't see him getting there again. Maybe when he plays the Panthers, I'll play him. Seattle against Pitt. We just saw Aaron Rodgers destroy them. I think Sam Darnold's a good QB. If you want to get different here, you can do that. Sam Darnold only had 6 against San Fran. 16, 23, 150. Man. But then this guy went off for 23. 13 target. He's going to get so much work. 6 grand. This guy, play him at 6 grand while you can. Because if he keeps getting, they paid this guy so much money to get 3 targets. It's crazy. You probably won't get him at 6,000. He'll be 65, 66 next week. But I do like that. I don't think Barner, they just never throw the tight ends. It's weird. I don't mind single stacking Darnold, but I don't know. I probably won't get too much of Darnold. Pitt, Aaron Rodgers went off. He's probably questionable because he's old. Isn't listed on Andrew. Yeah. It says he's not listed, but then he's questionable, whatever. I probably. This guy, I mean, 6 targets. It's hard to play these guys, man. 7 targets. DK, man, that's a tough matchup. That's his old spot, though. I don't mind that. Especially if everybody's going to be on Njigba. I mean, I don't mind a little combo like that. Bring it back like back in the day. 54 still. Something cool, just to be different, I guess. Rams, Tennessee, these are both pretty good pasty. I mean, they're both solid. against QBs. I probably won't have much here. Really, my only play out of here is going to be this guy because of his workload. I think he got every touch or close to it, probably 70%, 80%. I don't know what the splits were. Who? Corum, one rush. He's out there for a couple plays. This guy's going to get all the work again. Tennessee will give up some yards on the ground. I like Kyren Williams in this matchup. If you want to play Puka, this guy is like fantasy proof. It doesn't really matter who he's playing against. They kind of just scheme him to get him away from their best corner anyways. So, what a letdown. This guy, man, he lost me so much money. Not that I was playing him. It's because I needed the Titans to score to lower the Broncos defense because everybody in front of me had the Broncos defense. Really needed them to do something. Need some water. I'm not going to stack him. I do think he's solid, though. Oh my god, he only had 3 points. That is crazy. He just had so many drops, man. This guy looks legit. That's just a tough matchup. Denver week 1. In my opinion, it's like, you know this guy's good. He had the leading wide receiver at Miami, right? Like all-time yards or reception. I think it was yards, all-time yards at Miami, and he's not even on an NFL roster, or he might be on a practice squad. But that's how good this guy was. He almost won the Heisman. I don't. This is again a tough matchup for him. I probably won't be getting to him. Did he try and run? Really? Yeah, that's weird. He did run a little bit in college, but it wasn't like people weren't really threatened by that. It's his arm strength and where he puts the ball. Carolina, this poor guy, man. Jags beat him up. And he's still at 11. I feel bad for little Bryce Young. McMillan definitely viable here. I would probably only go here. There's been like so much hype around Sanders, and he had 3 targets. I don't know. It's not my thing. I think this guy had. I mean, he'll get around 10 again. I like it. I like McMillan. This game is in a dome. It has my interest. I probably won't be getting too much of Bryce Young. I kind of like this route a lot. I like this guy. I like this guy. I like this guy. I like this route. 5,300 left salary. And if you wanted to, this is where you could bring Mr. McMillan back. Or you could bring Hubbard. Hubbard's going to be unowned. He'll be way under 5%. I don't mind something like this. I like it. I think Hubbard, 5 targets. He's going to get at least 20. He'll get around 20. This game could be a shootout. Potentially. I don't feel comfortable saying that. But I mean, what's the over under looking like? 43, I guess. I don't know. They don't think it's gonna be a shootout. It's just in a dome. I think Bryce Young's better than what he showed. I just, you know, it's hard to click him in week 2. It's hard to click Bryce Young in week 2 after what he just did. But it makes this route easier. I do have some interest in an Arizona stack. And if you don't like an Arizona stack, I don't really normally play 2 running backs from the same team. Like the correlation part just doesn't really make sense. He didn't get as much work as I thought he would. 12. He had 4 targets. I mean, he's at 16. He needs more like 20 touches at least. And it's not like they have like a huge lead, so they needed this guy. Trey Benson looks like he cut into the work. See, if Benson wouldn't have been so involved, he would have had a great fantasy day and probably been optimal. 8 rushing attempts. They're really trying to get this guy the football. Man. I think they want him to take over. How old is? Didn't really say their age, huh? Vincent Brokov. Man, I wonder if this guy gets more work. I don't think he out snaps him. There's no way. Denver versus Indy. I think Indy, I'm not gonna say it was a fluke, but I, I think Miami's secondary is so banged up. They have a bunch of people that should be on like XFL rosters or UFL, whatever it is now. I don't think this is happening, especially not versus Denver. He's not. We're gonna see um, Danny Dimes again, and not whatever we saw Sunday. I will not be stacking this guy. I might not have any pieces at all. If I do, it would be maybe this, but he's 6,700. I don't know. It's tough. Tough quick. Might just be an easy fade. Bo Nix, he didn't really do that impressive either, but he did play. Who did he play? And they have a Tennessee. Tennessee is a decent secondary. Um, and you kind of more attack a Tennessee team on the ground and not through the air. So I can kind of understand this score for him. But you know, if he scores there, what's that? Put him at like 15, somewhere around there. I don't know. If they're gonna let him throw 40 times and they were winning, I mean, I'll take that. 8 rushing attempts. Yeah, Bo Nix is in play, and it's in a dome. I have a little bit of interest in Bo Nix. Not that he's gonna be like one of my core plays, but this guy could sneak up on you. Sutton, I think every time I looked up, he was 9 targets. I do have some interest in Sutton. I don't know if they use their tight end. Ingram's hurt, of course, dude. Listed limited person. He's probably just old. Just give him that veteran time off. I don't know. He does have some bad blood with Tennessee, so maybe they get him worked in. I do have some interest in this stack. A little single stack, especially with this rushing upside. If we're gonna see this more, it's not gonna only be for 18 yards. And I'm not saying Indy is bad. I think it's more or less this. I think Denver wins. Who's favored in this game? I don't even see him. 1.5, 42. All right, you know, I can't bet that in Texas, but I will uh, bet Denver wins. I think so. Philly, I do have a lot of interest in this right here. AJ Brown, Smith, and then Goddard. Oh, did Goddard get hurt? What happened to him? Knee. I don't remember. I don't remember seeing that. Goddard's dealing with a knee sprain. Leaving stats uncertain. Blah blah blah. Isn't to believe long term, but he was clear exercising caution. All right. So maybe this week. Okay. We've seen this guy last year kind of do something. I just don't remember if it was anything good. I don't know. That'd be a super dart throw to make that really cheap. But I'm probably not getting. I don't know. Maybe. If you need the salary, Calcantera, if he ends up playing, starting, I think it's alright, I guess. But these are your two. Dotson did get some work. I thought he had more like 6. Oh, it was that long one. Yeah, he had a long of 51. That's right. Long of 51. Yeah, that was pretty much it. These two poor guys on the outside have to deal with this guy. Casey, a team you attack through the air and not on the ground. Not that I'm like going out of my way to attack Casey because it's still a good team, but I think 46.5 here. I think there is a shootout potential with this game. Um, do have an interest in double stack. 51 salary starts getting a little tighter, but there's some cheap plays you can get to. KC, this side opens up a lot. Mahomes is pretty cheap. This guy, this guy, this guy. Pray to Jesus that you pick the right two. And this guy. So good luck. It could be a day for Thornton. If they line up that second, the other DB, I don't remember his name, that was lining up for Philly. If they line up him again and they start picking, the Cowboys were picking on that guy. So I mean, I don't know who they would, but if this guy can get behind that corner they kept picking on, it could be a long day. Mahomes missed a couple on him. He missed, I guess it was just that one deep ball. Oh, he caught the other one. Okay. I'm a little interested in Tyquan because I think he would take over Worthy's role because they're both like speedsters with vertical. They just run straight line. Yeah, he had that touchdown. If he didn't have a touchdown, man, he didn't have anything going for him really. It's a cool route. Definitely different. Dak looked pretty good against Philly's secondary. But I think it's just Dak with Lamb. They have like this weird connection to where he just always knows where he's at. But I think that is about all I'm playing. My favorite right now, it's Wednesday. My favorite route right now, if I had to make a lineup to put in, it's going to be Kyler Murray. His rushing upside is just crazy. The Panthers suck on the ground. Where'd he go? Kyler Murray. Bam. Forgot who I was looking for. Oh, Marvin. Where's Marvin at? Where the heck did this game go? Arizona. Oh, afternoon game too. This is a good route. I like that in a dome. This game's gonna be cool. I know it's hard to say, but I really do think that this is a liable route or like viable. Definitely single entry tournaments. I think it's a good route. That rushing upside for Murray is just insane. 5100. That's about what we saw with the stack earlier. The other route that I'll probably be heavy on is gonna be this guy. He's just a freak of nature. Bam, 5600. I just think it's gonna be popular, man. Everybody just saw what he did. But on the flip side, this guy's rushing ability, 12 attempts, it's just crazy. Fields, I would single stack him. Bam, there it is. Those are gonna be my top ones as of Wednesday.